Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a huge battle I had. I was controlling 5,000 points of Ogres, and I was against opponents' 5,000 points of Dark Elves. This is going to be kind of a neat game, not just because it was so big, but this is another person in my gaming group that we've been in the same group for a very long time, and we haven't played against each other in a very long time, too. And, going into this, before I knew what the lists were going to be and all these things, I was really worried because I thought it would be a very bad matchup. He was talking about taking 4 Hydras, and I really did not favor my chances. But actually, the reason why I took Ogres is because I put on a vote on Warseer, and Warrior said Ogres, so Ogres is going to be. So let's get to the battle. So the battle was dawn attack. He picked sides and he placed first. Just explain the terrain here. On my left side there, that's that scree slope, so you get hurt if you ever charge or march on it. That woods there, that my nobblers are in, that's one that gives you fear. The little marshy, little weird bush thing up there, that's the marsh swamp thing there. If you fail initiative test, D6 models die. And then there's going to be some scattered obstacles that didn't really matter very much. And that orange cup, that was that well, but we kept on moving it by mistake because usually our dice are in there, so it's eventually just going to disappear anyway. So getting through what we had, for him, he had a chariot there. You can't see it, but he has a flying sorceress that has death magic. Then he has 10 Cold One Knights, and there's that Malice Darkblade there. Then he has 2 sets of 10 crossbowmen, another chariot, a huge horde of 50 Corsairs. They're frenzied. There's a BSB with the Always Strike First. There's a Dreadlord with the Executioner's Axe. And then there's also that other special character Corsair guy. Can't remember his name right now. The one with the squid face. 20 witches, 20 Corsairs, 20 witches. Behind the last 20 witches, you can see he has 30 spears with another level 4 sorceress there. That one has the dagger. He has 4 repeater crossbows, bolt throwers going across the back. He can put it back there because he has easy line of sight to me. And then for me, from what we can see for this picture, I have a slave giant, some 3 bulls, 120 nobblers, 3 lead belchers behind them, and then I have 3 more bulls and a unit that I'm going to be calling the Iron Lions. I call them that because they have light armor and iron fists. Back in 7th, they were my big massive unit, which when you see this next picture, they're going to be nothing. So there's 10 of them there. And just another thing I should say now is when I made these lists, I had to combine both mine and my brother's models, and so I'm really just using what I had available. So I'm not taking models because they're set up the way I want them. I'm taking them because I want to take big hordes, and I had to take what was there. Alright, and now in this one, now you can see the ones that people are wanting to see. My big 2 huge hordes. So in the one, I'm using 24 bulls with extra hand weapon. The other one is 24 iron guts. In the bull unit, a horde, I have a BSB there, and I have my general. He's set up with a 2+ save. He's stubborn, and he has the 1 reroll. And then I have a bruiser in the iron gut unit. Behind them, I'm going to call that my bull bunker. It's just 6 guys with iron fists, and I have my slaughtermaster and my butcher in there. And then up on his side, for the things that you couldn't see before, he has 20 more Corsairs. He has some crossbowmen in the tower. There's some crossbowmen behind, and then there's also 2 Hydras there on the far right side. So my thoughts going into this game, when I finally saw what his list was, I was really scared before, and now I didn't think it was all that bad. He only had the 2 Hydras, no dragons, no shades. He has a good amount of shooting, but it is 5,000 points. And, the plan really was to try and get the nobblers into his super horde, because, that main horde his general could easily slaughter my general. I don't want to have to deal with that. So my plan is to tie them up. On the left flank, I'm just going to stall him. And then he has a lot of squishy, what I call squishy units over on the right flank. I'm just going to run up there and try and tear them apart with my hordes. So that's the plan, and we'll see what happens. Here's a close-up of his super horde. And I think that special character's name is Locke here, or something like that. And then here's another picture of my 2 super hordes, and yet those are army books I'm using as movement trays. Alright, so Dark Elves turn 1. He kind of moves up, kind of leading first with that super horde. He doesn't really get much done. You know, in the magic phase, he only has 4 dice. I have 2. He doesn't get anything off, and nothing really happens on this side here. And then on this side here too, you can see him moving up, and I mean, he does 2 wounds to my giant with his bolt throwers, but otherwise that's the only thing he got done. Just to kind of point it out, if you see just in front of his right Corsairs, that's his other Hydra. It's 2 editions old, so it's a very old one. It looks kind of funny, but that's the 2 Hydras he decided to use, so there they are. And I should also mention that sorceress at the back with the spears, she has a shadow magic. So we're on to Ogre's turn 1, and I'm already at disaster. My Nobbler horde rolls a 1 and squabbles. So I have to scramble to try and stop that horde from getting into position. So I move up some ogres there to bait it. Meanwhile, my hordes are just kind of moving up on the right side, and my Iron Lions is going to be there to counter if needed, because even though that's 10 ogres, they're worth the sacrifice if it's going to save my horde of 24 plus characters. And then here on the left flank, I'm just kind of setting up to try and bait him with those front ogres while trying to stall with the rest, being ready to counter, and those lead belchers are looking to go and shoot down that flying sorceress if possible. And you can see on this side that, you know, I really just pushed up. I'm not really afraid if those guys charge me. I'm ready to take them on. You know, I'm a little bit worried if things go bad, but I think I should be alright. With the 1 unit being stubborn, the other one being Iron Guts, I should be okay. In the magic phase, I gave the unit on the right +1 toughness and stubborn. I took a wound on my Slaughtermaster doing so, but I mean, with that, I'm feeling pretty safe with both units. But obviously, next turn, there's going to be some big fighting. So I'm going to already leave that to the next video, and I'll see you then for the bloodbath.